So when you guys open up to ClarityScribe, it's going to open up just like this. So what you'll do is you'll go to the bottom left-hand corner where your name is and the little cogwheel. Let's just click on that. And then under product settings, this is where you're going to find the brand guide. Now, I'm going to need some help from you guys. We're going to create a brand guide. So can you guys give me a brand name? I know I'm putting you guys on the spot, but you know.
Twinkle Toes Dance Academy.
Twinkle Toes Dance Academy. All right. Oh, actually, fun fact. So I was doing a video for somebody the other day, kind of showing some ins and outs of ClarityScribe, and I wanted to come up with a new membership name, a new community name. And I was like, I'm a professional chef, and I want to create a community for other chefs, but I need to come up with a fancy name. And I asked Genie Chat, and Genie Chat gave me a couple options, but the best one I liked was the Whisk Takers.
Whisk Takers.
As in you're cooking.
That so sounds very whiskey.
It was fun. You can have fun with AI, guys. It's okay. All right. So we have Twinkle Toes Dance Academy. Now, Ray, what specific transformation do we help our audience achieve, and what is standing in their way?
At Twinkle Toes Dance Academy, we help your child learn to be confident, graceful, and having fun with their own body and ability. I'm getting lost now. With rhythm, music, something like, throw that word salad in there and see what you can come up with. Let's see. Let me look at that. Child.
I'm trying to think of. Be
If
confident.
your child enjoy dancing, movement, and music with grace and confidence. No, help them increase their grace and confidence through dance and movement. There we go. This is like I'm really writing something. This is how I write.
Did I hear that correctly? Help them increase their grace and confidence with music, or while dancing to music?
With
probably while dancing.
while dancing.
Yeah.
To music. Yes.
Dancing to music. Okay. And do we want to add anything else to this portion? Like what's standing in their way?
What stands in the way of most children is the fear of being criticized or made fun of. And we supply a safe environment to play and experiment that will help them grow with confidence.
All right. Now let's describe our ideal person. So the question is, what do you know about your audience? And then the little description giving you an idea of what to type says, describe your ideal person and what would make them a good fit to work with you.
Well, there's a question. Is the ideal person the kid or is it the parent? I think it's the parent because they're going to be making the decision. For a lot of the parents who be bringing their children to a class like this, they may have experienced some bullying or embarrassment or shame, or I don't know if probably don't want to bring that up in the first round of thinking through this. So let me back up and try again.
We could go over, more simply and go, these are parents who want their kid to have more confidence.
Yes.
And have fun dancing.
Yeah, that's good. Why overcomplicate it, Ray?
Well, we can definitely, the cool thing with this question here is you can add as much details as you want, or you can add as few details as you want. Some people don't know anything about their audience just yet starting out. So,
well, I don't know anything about this audience, which was a great idea for me to pick it as our example, but
it's good. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll go ahead and hit that create brand guide button there.
That's all? That's all we put in to create a brand guide? That can't work.
That is it so far, and we'll see what the brand guide creates for us.
All right. I'm a little skeptical. Oh, Twinkle Toes.
All right. So we have the Twinkle Toes Dance Academy's brand guide. So the core thesis is every caring parent who wants their shy or hesitant child to blossom with confidence and joy should unlock their child's self-assurance by enrolling them in the nurturing confidence building dance experience at Twinkle Toes Dance Academy.
Wow, that's not bad.
It's not. Any parent who wants their child to become confident and enjoy dancing can achieve this with Twinkle Toes Dance Academy because we provide a supportive, judgment-free environment where kids learn to dance, express themselves, and build lasting confidence.
I really like that one a lot.
That's really good.
We don't even have kids yet, and I'm already ready to sign my kid up for this. This is persuasive indeed. All right. So the core value proposition, you know how you always worry your child might feel shy or afraid of being made fun of? I help parents who want their kids to have more confidence to nurture joyful, graceful dancers in a safe environment so their children can thrive, shine, and feel proud of themselves on and off the dance floor.
Wow. That's
awesome.
Really good.
That's really good.
Yeah. So already it's being able to combine everything that we know about our brand and put it together in some very meaningful marketing language that can attract a buyer. And these different statements are used all across the different tools inside of ClarityScribe. So these are core chunks of powerful information about your brand, so things stay consistent and compelling. The persuasive one was really, really good.
Yeah.
Down below here, Noel, if you scroll down, there's where it says my products, courses, podcasts, or offers. These are basically a place for you to have anything that you offer your audience. You can have the core knowledge about it spread across all the different apps inside of ClarityScribe. So why don't we come up with an offer for Twinkle Toes Academy?
The core offer maybe would be a weekly dance class that they pay for monthly. So they get like 4 classes a month and they're paying maybe $300 a month.
All right, so weekly dance class for $300 a month. What are they going to get out of this weekly dance class? Is it one-on-one training?
They get group training. They get a structured curriculum where they learn the basics. They learn safety. And then they'll get training in specific dance modalities. I don't know what you call it. Different kinds of dance.
Different styles.
Different styles. And then they get a review once a month to see what their progress has been like. So they can tell how far they've come. And that's enough for now, I think.
Great. And then what is the biggest problem that your product or service will solve?
I think it goes back to what we got back in our responses: shyness, hesitancy, and a lack of confidence.
Could also be what is that? Where a person is, what is that word? They've got a, you know what? Never mind. It's I'm blanking the word.
So
capability, like
a superpower
in their body better.
In their body better.
Do you mean flexibility, Brian?
Well, it could be it's like flexibility, but it's also like timing of things.
Coordination.
Yeah,
there we go. That's the word.
That's good.
That's it.
Learn.
Something we're all very familiar with. We don't even know the word for it.
We're so coordinated. Okay. So overcome shyness, lack of confidence, learn coordination. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. And you said $300 a month?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And is there a payment plan?
We could offer an annual package there in the payment plan. Yeah. So annually, maybe there's some kind of a benefit to that.
So I think one fairly well-tested model is you take 12 payments and remove 2 of them, and that's their annual rate. So 300 times 12 would be 3,600. So 3,000 for the year.
3,000. Okay. Oops, no. 3. All right. We'll go ahead and click add offer. Boom.
All right, and you can see here it's actually given us a core premise very fast for this offer here. Noelle, you want to read that off?
Yeah, transform your shyness into confidence and coordination with guidance, with guided group dance sessions and expert feedback.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And
we
now
didn't tell it any of that.
We didn't tell it any of that. It just took all the information about it and put that together in a really compelling sentence. Again, pieces of information that'll be used across the different tools inside of ClarityScribe, but you can have it all here on one sheet, which is awesome. Down below the offer box, you can see it says add bonus. So if you had any other kind of included things that were inside of there, let's say you're offering some kind of a course and maybe you have some kind of templates or something like that you want to include in, you can click that add bonus and it'll stack it inside of there. You can see just the total value of what you have to offer there and why that offer is compelling. So we'll just skip that part for right now and move on to customer reviews. So one other thing that we found with a lot of different business owners is that they don't have a place where they store their customer reviews. Like there's a customer of theirs might give them a raving testimonial, an email or something like that, and they completely forget about it. And then when they're trying to create a sales page or something like that, they're scrambling to find out where that email was and from who. And so we just created a place where your customer reviews can live in the same place. And so Noelle's going to type up a bit of a fake review for this case. We don't recommend using fake reviews, but
No, we don't.
Not at all.
That's
But
against the law.
I want to say something really I think is really important about what you've done here, because we've provided this place to keep all these things. That's important. But what's really important is we're keeping all the assets that go into our marketing and copywriting in the same trusted place. So for me, after you showed me this yesterday, I started gathering all my testimonials together because I'm going to load them all in here, and this is where they're going to live. I'll never again have to ask, where's all those testimonials? Because they're going to be in this one trusted place. And I think what I would recommend if you're trying out ClarityScribe or whatever tool you're using, go all in. I'm moving all my stuff in here, all my testimonials, little chunks of copy I use over and over again. Stories, we'll get to that a little bit later, but this is a great insight you had. I'm really excited about what this is going to do for people.
Yeah, and it's super simple. You could just hit that add review right there. We've got this wonderful testimonial from super cool mom. This is my child is loves going to Twinkle Toes Dance Academy. She's made so many new friends, learned how to dance and become confident in herself. And now the cool thing about this is that, especially if you've got a brand and you've got some reviews, like Ray's been collecting his reviews to be putting inside of here, is that you can actually use the reviews, the insights from those reviews to be able to further develop out some very specific language about your audience. Because the truth is, your reviews is where you get some of the most crystal clear language and transformation from your customers in their what they perceive as the most valuable thing from you. And there's no AI can accurately guess better than a review can from your customer. Yep. So we actually use those things in the next tool, which is the audience. And so it's already using what we know about our audience. If we wanted to add any more details, you can see it's actually pulling here what we put for what we know about our audience earlier. So if we want to add some more insights, we can, but we don't have to. We could just leave it like that. And why don't we go ahead and see where it says applicable offers? let's go ahead and select
Ooh.
the weekly dance class that we set up, right?
Oh, it's so smart.
Pretty smart. And then see this toggle down here. It says use audience intelligence insights. This is what I was just talking about. If you've got reviews, you can actually toggle this on and it will learn about your product, your business, and everything through the lens of your customer and use those insights as it's creating the audience.
That's so mind-blowing.
So if you don't have those reviews yet, you can still use this tool. You just won't have that toggle. But if you do have reviews, it gets that much smarter. So let's go ahead and hit create audience right there. And this tool takes just a little bit of time because it's actually taking out and extracting some very deep insights about your customers, their wants, their dislikes, all of those different kind of things into a very comprehensive overview that you'll be able to use everywhere.
So fast.
So, Noelle, do you want to read us off the audience description that it's created?
Yeah, we got a character here, Protective Progress Paula. So audience overview. These are parents who want their children to feel brave and happy around others. They sometimes worry their kids might be shy or get teased. They hope their children will gain new friends, have fun, and feel proud of themselves. We got buying triggers here. Child feeling left out or shy, fear of child being teased or criticized, stories of other children gaining confidence, child asking to join friends in activities, concern over missing childhood milestones. That's really good. All right, part 2. Excuse me. Detailed avatar. You are a 38-year-old mom working part-time, juggling school drop-offs, meal preps, and keeping up with your energetic 7-year-old daughter. Your child is in early elementary school, and you've noticed she hangs back during playground games, often watching from the sidelines. You felt a pang last week when another mom shared how her child came out of her shell after starting dance. You tried little things, enrolling her in story time or play dates, even a ballet class at a different studio, but she withdrew after one session, saying, "They're all better than me." Oh my gosh. Comparison and competition anxiety. You find yourself comparing your child to your friends' kids who already seem comfortable performing in school assemblies or school talent shows. It stings when family members ask why your daughter never joins in group dance performances or birthday party games. Seeing confident, chatty kids makes you wonder if you're not doing enough as a parent to help her fit in and shine. You worry she's falling behind socially, not just academically, and wonder if you're missing some parenting secret.
And so it continues to go on. If you keep on scrolling down, you can see all of these details. And if that sounds right to you, if this sounds like this is your type of audience, you can hit that Save Audience button down below, and this will actually save it and dive even deeper into that audience. So why don't we go ahead and do that now?
This is so monumentally important because the biggest trap that people would fall into when they would come through our copywriting training program is they would not do the audience research to get to know the person and the problem they were addressing and the pain the way the buyer felt it. And I would stress how important that was. I'd tell people, go out and talk to your customers, go to the online discussion groups where they talk to each other and listen to their conversations. And most people would not do it because it's a lot of work. Now we got this tool that is taking what could have taken you 2-3 weeks to get done if you did it diligently in the real world. You can get the AI to do it for you here in just a few moments. And as far as I can tell, I've done a lot of work with this thing so far. It's right most of the time. If you're giving it good information up front, it's going to get very accurate information back to you in the format we're looking at here. So do this. This is not work. This is pushing buttons and typing a few answers, and you're going to get much better copy. You're going to sell a lot more of your product or service, and you're going to help more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you saw how easy some of those questions were to answer. Like we were coming up with a brand on the spot, and that was the hardest part of this whole ordeal. So if you've got your brand, you probably know a lot more about it and have a lot more confidence in some of those answers. But even with what limited information we knew about this brand, it's already shaping up to be something that's even more real and tangible and can actually help serve people, which is the goal of this this whole platform. So now that we've got our audience, that's really great. Another place that we have is this story bank. So another thing, kind of like how reviews are, most people don't have a place to kind of store away the different stories, different experiences that they have. But telling stories is one of the most effective ways that you can communicate and market to people and have people get those kind of aha moments that you did. And so we put together this story bank, a place where your different stories can live that, again, you can use in the sales page wizard or emails and all of those other kind of places. It'll even give you, if you don't know where to start with your story, it'll even give you a little prompt up at the top of an idea for a story. What's the smallest change that created the biggest ripple in your life? And if you don't like that prompt, you could just hit that little refresh button and it'll give you an entirely new story prompt that you can use. And then you can answer those questions right there, and it'll put it together. It won't write you a full entire story, but it'll get your story in a nutshell, so you can always pull and reference from it and be able to use that in your marketing.
I used to teach a workshop called Creating Your Personal Story Archive, and it was for people who wanted to use their personal stories to sell their products or services. And it was a $5,000 3-day workshop. And now you've got it built into ClarityScribe. You can categorize all your stories. This is so incredibly useful.
Yeah, so we won't go through the story bank here. It goes through a couple different steps, but it's very simple. Just answer those couple questions and it'll put together a pretty cohesive story for you that you can use other places. Down here we have fine tuning. This is one of the big pieces that's missing from a lot of AI is really understanding how to match your style when it comes to writing your copy. Now, a lot of different tools have tried to, you could upload again like a document or something like that to AI and hope it reads the whole thing. Well, this part of this AI will actually read the entire thing that you give it and extract insights into your style, your voice, and those things that are going to make those other tools inside of ClarityScribe sound like you. So this big block here, what you can do is you can paste any type of content. Now, we wouldn't recommend pasting AI content inside of here unless you're like, oh yeah, that's absolutely captured my voice. What we recommend is like an email, a favorite email of yours, especially one that's done well, or a piece of content. Could be social media, could be video, could be something of a sales page. You can paste basically anything into that box that you feel like perfectly captures your brand voice. And then we've got two other questions down below. And these are a little bit fun questions that help your stretch your brain just a little bit. And this one here is, if your brand was a person at a party, how would they behave and what would people say about them? So you can answer that question, and that'll kind of give an impression about what is the feeling around this brand in your own words, which is pretty cool. And then this one down here, we also want to make sure that there are some boundaries that we don't want to cross as a brand. Like what would be extremely off brand for us. So you can also include details of what you would never say or do. And it'll account for this when it's creating emails. I know some people don't like using language that sounds angry. And so if you were like, I don't want language that sounds angry or something like that, you could put that inside of there, and that'll be a rule that gets respected across those other tools. So you can add whatever you want. You can always update this over time as well. It'll account for those different changes and apply across your account so long as you have this brand guide set up.
So cool. And I was just thinking, we've been talking for over 40 minutes, but we only spent like 15 minutes on this, if that. And Ray, you were saying, certain portions of this would take 2 to 3 weeks, like the research for the audience. So
yes,
going from 2 to 3 weeks just for that alone down to 10 to 15 minutes and it's good, like it's good copy, like that's like you guys are the certified copywriters, so you guys can appreciate the good copy more than I can because that's something that I'm still learning. But like as you saw, I was like, I don't even have kids, and I'm ready to sign up our future daughter for this dance academy
That's
because
the
it's so
best
compelling.
That's the best analysis of copy. I always tell people, well, it's nice that you told me you thought the copy was good, but I would prefer you had asked me if you could buy. So just for the rubber meets the road is once you've done this and you want to do a promotion, say for your product, for your dance academy this weekend, you could pop into one of the other wizards and create a series of emails and connect it to this information so it'll speak in your voice, in your context for your customers. And that could take creating an email campaign from being a 2 or 3 day project for you or something you paid somebody $3,000 or $4,000 to do into something you can do in a few minutes. It's a press of a button.
Absolutely.
That's where this makes the difference.
Yeah. In fact, if you, Noel, if you want to go into a new document with Genie Chat, we can show how easy it is to create some of those things, a brainstorm based on your brand inside of Genie Chat.
I just had I should have picked the coffee shop. That's what I'm going to do after we get off here. I'm going to do the coffee shop.
All right, so hit the plus button up here. We'll do Twinkle Toes Dance Academy, create new project.
All right, we'll jump into Genie Chat.
Genie Chat.
And now, if you want to see how smart this is, you could just ask it right here. Be like, how much do you know about my business? And it'll give you different pieces of insights and things like that. And we'll see what it pulls here. So here's what I've got on Twinkle Toes Academy so far, and it goes into some of those details. And you can see here, it actually asks a bit of a follow-up question. It's like, what stage are you in? Are you just starting? Are you growing? Or are you refining? And it really starts out these conversations so that it understands where you are in the business landscape. So let's go ahead and pick growing.
Growing? I appreciate the triple dots down here. I feel like I'm texting Genie Chat. Growing is a solid spot to be. Lots of opportunities, but also challenges in scaling your message and filling more classes. What's your current offer and what exact result or change do you sell to your customers?
And then from there, we can give it different information about like I'm choosing this offer versus that offer. And then we could go into like, hey, I need an email written to parents that, I've got new dance classes starting this summer or something like that, right? So it'll be able to use all of those different insights about your audience and then deliver it to you. Of course, this conversation with Genie Chat could go a bunch of different ways. It's the core like brainstorming model. So you can come at it with anything, but it'll treat you like almost like a coaching relationship and have you critically think through those different things rather than being like a yes man, like a lot of AIs are. Yes man will say, grasshopper soup sounds amazing.
Yes, that's a great idea. More people should eat grasshopper soup. I would add this word of caution and instruction. Don't take the copy, even that ClarityScribe just gives you back, and then copy it and paste it into your email program and send it out to your list. Take the copy and read through it word for word and change it to more fit the way you would say things or to put more of your personality in it. If you'll take that step, you're going to find you're going to be beating the performance of professional copywriters and other AIs easily. I mean, look, friends, this has changed my business. It's changing everybody's business, but it's really changed my business to the point now that I'm acknowledging there's been a major part of the market for copywriters has been eliminated. Those are mediocre hack copywriters are no longer going to have human customers. Done. Because you can fire your hack mediocre copywriter who you're probably spending $3,000 or $4,000 a month on, and you can use this tool and replace them and have better results. Now, I'm not saying there's no place for copywriters. I train and certify copywriters. I think a good, not even good, an outstanding copywriter is invaluable at the right stage in your business. And so if you need that kind of help, let us know. But this is, for most business owners, this will revolutionize your business at almost going to feel like no cost. So where do we send them to get this? Free. They can try it out for free, right?
Yeah, you can try it out, ClarityScribe, for free. Just go to ClarityScribe.ai or ClarityScribe.com. It all goes to the same place. And you can sign up there. You could try this whole thing, get your brand guide created inside of ClarityScribe for free within those 14 days, and even write your first sales page. So essentially, you could get your sales page done for free. But there's a lot of other things that you'll enjoy inside of ClarityScribe, like creating emails and all of those other type of things. I think you're going to enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. So go get you some, as we say down south. All right. So this has been awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here and walking through this. I'm so excited. I'm going to be working with this the rest of the afternoon because I'm fired up now. Got to build a new brand guide for Revel 77 Coffee in Spokane, Washington.
Come on.
Yeah. So we'll be back with more soon.